Hi, everybody. Hi. I'm glad that a few of you could find the new stream. Not sure what happened when I clicked into my StreamYard account. My stream wasn't there for some reason. That was a little bit strange and exciting because then I had to quickly try to create a new one, right? Well, hi, Mary Lou. Hi, Ronnie Lynn. Hi, Neil. Hi, Zena. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the studio. Uh, you know, I wonder, let's see here. Gimbal down here. This is going to be a little tricky. I wonder if it'll, hold on one second, guys. Let me see if it'll let me go. Get you a better angle. That's a little bit better, huh? Well, hi, Michaela. Hi. There, that's a little bit better for everybody, right? Welcome to the new studio. So today we're going to be crafting with resin. How many people are familiar with resin? Resin is almost a, I'll show you a couple things. Right here we have a couple wine stoppers. Bottle stoppers is really how I should refer to them. Really should refer to them as bottle stoppers because they literally they'll fit obviously any bottle of wine, but they'll also fit uh, extra virgin olive oil bottles. They'll fit most liquor bottles as well. Also, occasionally when I find cool bottles, I will, uh, if they have like cool shapes, I'll fill them up with bubble bath. And then you can take one of these stoppers and put them in there, and it will create the coolest bottle of bubble bath you've ever seen on the side of your tub. Also, can do, these are some ring holders. The lighting's not that great for them. Dried flowers inside of them. Some of them I call this little collection like parfait because it kind of reminds me of some kind of parfait ice cream, right? And a lot of people keep them in their bathroom or on their kitchen counter. And when they're doing dishes, they can take their ring off and set it on the stopper. Pretty cool, right? This is one I did yesterday. I I really need to get my other light over here. I really love that effect. So I do a lot of stuff in the resin with that effect. Okay. Also, can do jewelry. Listen, here's the thing about resin. Okay. Really, it's about the mold. Okay. You can do anything with resin. Well, hi, Sarah, and hi, Mary Lou, and hi, Michaela. And for anybody that watches this later, this did originally uh, begin as a live stream, a late live stream due to a little snafu, but a live stream nonetheless. This is a pendant I made. Yeah, I can see this is kind of good practice for my live sale that I'm going to do because I can see where I need to get my light a little bit better. There's another pendant. So what it really comes down to with resin tugs in a liquid form. Okay, I'm going to show you that. It's going to be really tricky with the gimbal. And welcome to the new studio for those of you that haven't been in the studio. This studio, anyway. So let me get this down here. So what I have is I've got some molds. This is a jewelry mold. You can see mostly for pendants, but I have made earrings out of pieces this big. These are a couple of coaster molds. They're a little bit thicker. Okay, the mold is your, it's not more important than the resin, but it's important. These are some of the ring holder molds. Okay, and these are a couple of the bottle stopper mold. So I thought that that is what we would work on today. Here's some coasters that I did yesterday. Well, hi, Lethargy, welcome. And I'm going to demold it right in front of you so you can see what it looks like. These will be available next month in the live sale. That's how those turned out. These are coasters in a geode shape. I made those yesterday. What do you think about that? Pretty cool, right? And there is a ring holder that I made yesterday. We're going to demold it right here. And check this out. I love geodes too. I really, really do. This is another ring holder. Yeah, really gonna need just a little bit better lighting for the sale. But it's really cool, right, you guys? And then we have a bunch, oh boy, of pieces over here that I have made. So you can see the different ring holders, right? Different colors. These are different little odds and ends. A lot of times fun pieces that I've made for different tic-tac-toe boards. And then if for whatever reason I feel like they didn't work out, I'll then turn them into magnets and let people, cute little flamingo, and let people buy little magnets, palm trees. Okay. These will be in the fall collection. Hi, Joyce. These are fall candle holders. So isn't resin amazing? I do sell them online, Lethargy, and I'm going to be having, that's what I was saying, that, there I am. Well, I'm going to be having a Facebook Live sale next month, okay? My first one. Murder weapon. Neil must be, well, actually, some of them are quite heavy, but Neil must be talking about the ring holders, because sometimes the tips do come out quite sharp. But I am having a Facebook Live sale next month, and well, you guys will, you'll see all about that. And then I've also done, actually, this is how I started out, doing pens, okay, with actual book pages encased inside of the resin, and then a charm on the end that has to do with the book. So, and I've got those. Uh, oh, boy, I've got those all kinds of fandoms from Lord of the Rings to Harry Potter to well, hi Ronnie Lynn, to Marley and Me, to some with dried flowers inside of them, and so we'll see what what we have time to do next month in the live sale. Um, and of course there'll be a lot of jewelry, right? Lots and lots of jewelry. And some of this jewelry is really interesting depending on what you incorporate into the resin. So this might be one side. Well, this might be one side. It is one side. And then the other side looks like that. And I made earrings. Well, Sarah, how long do they get to make? So let's start with that. Okay. So how resin starts is come here, Dimble. Come here. Not there, Dimble. Not well, you guys are getting a really good view of the studio. Okay. How resin starts is it starts as a liquid form. Okay. Two parts. There's two different parts. The resin I use takes one part of each, and then you just stir it for about 5 minutes so it gets the chemical reaction. Then, when we start to do the pours, that doesn't take too long, depending on if you have your dyes ready and they're open or your mica powder. So, an alcohol ink dye, which is, say, like one of these, okay? That's going to produce a more translucent effect, right? That's going to be your alcohol ink. Your mica powder, okay? Like this is a mica powder. This is going to produce a more marble effect, all right? Once you do the initial pour, you're going to need at least 24, sometimes 48 hours before you can unmold it, all right? Then when you unmold it, occasionally there's times when you have to sand pieces down. Resin can be very sharp, okay? Sometimes after 24 to 48 hours, the resin can require, it might still be a little bit soft. Like these I poured yesterday, right? Where's my camera? I used alcohol ink. No, I do not heat them up. Okay. Still a little bendy. Do you see that? So it will then need to sit someplace and finish curing. They do not require heat again, all right? But I will tell you something. When you have your resin, you only have a certain amount of work time with the resin. And then the resin itself will begin to get hot. Okay? When it starts to heat up, it's beginning its curing process. Okay? It's going to heat up on its own, and it does get really hot. Yeah, Ronnie, you know what? Some people really, really, really prefer the alcohol ink effects. And some people absolutely love the effect of the mica. Really just a matter of taste like everything else. But you do not, you know what, Lethargy, I'm going to take that back. I have heard of people that use uh, heating mats, okay, to help their resin along. I never have. I'm not a big fan of manipulating my resin a whole lot. I kind of like to do the pour, and I like the resin to do whatever it is that it wants to do. I feel that that makes it, yeah, the alcohol effect's really cool. So I think what we're going to concentrate on today is, as you can see, I've got, I don't want to touch my gimbal too much with resin. Resin's very unforgiving, you guys. It's very, very unforgiving. So I have on a very old shirt. Want to wear stuff that you don't care about. And listen, I've gotten resin in my hair. I've gotten resin in the dog's hair. I've gotten resin on the floor. I've got resin on top of freezers. Because listen, I'm a resin rogue. And if something will sit still and has a flat top, I'm going to try to pour resin on top of it. Okay? Because I want to pour as many pieces as I can. Because I got a lot of stuff going on, if you could tell by the studio. Got the cricket over there, and we've got there's all kinds of stuff I want to do. And I got 2 terrorist puppies that are upstairs. I can hear them running around. And so, what do you guys think of the studio? Look at this place. Look at this place. Holy moly. Look at all that stuff. I got some stuff that I want to do. Look at all that. I have a mug press, and we'll have to do a mug press tour one time. I'll make a mug with my cricket, and that'll blow your mind. But to get back to what Sarah asked about how long does it take, it depending on the piece. This was a Twilight tic-tac-toe board I made. Thank you, Lethargy. I love my studio too. And of course I have the, oh boy, oh gimbal. Of course I have over on that side. Where are you, gimbal? That's where I do the podcast. Usually what the fuck? Wednesdays when I bring everything down. So this was a tic-tac-toe board that I made. It's a Twilight tic-tac-toe board, and it's their wedding scene. It's scenes out of the director's cut book, so it's a special book, right? And on the back, it's got, of course, it has the colors of their wedding, and it has Bella and Edward. And then these were the plain pieces for the board. So see, they are bouquets of flowers, right? The bigger the piece, the longer the curing time. Okay. Just gonna say that. So some of the tic-tac-toe boards, and I've made Harry Potter checkerboards that have the book pages in them, encased in the squares. Those can take up to 30 days to cure. So the race is on for the live set because you want everything nice and cured. Okay. So I think we're going to focus on the alcohol inks today. How does everybody feel about that? I said we're going to do the coasters. I also have some wine stoppers. So the wine stoppers, they're small, right? Bottle stoppers. I really need to stop calling them wine stoppers because they do work for every type of bottle that you have. These were poured yesterday. But do you see how there's just a teeny bit of room left on the top? That's where clear resin has to go, just a very little amount. And then the stopper gets set in there, and then it has to cure some more. Okay. So, but I think we're going to concentrate. So we're going to fill those stoppers up over there. We're going to do some pendants. We're going to do just a few wine stoppers, and we're going to do some more ring holders. Okay. And then some coasters. So let's get going because we're starting to run out. Hello, Gimbal. Come here. We are starting to run out of time. Oh boy, this Gimbal is going to be fun today. We're starting to run out of work time with this resin. So you're going to want to stir your resin. And I want you guys to tell me what colors that you would like. Okay, you've seen some of the different colors for the alcohol inks. Remember, we're doing alcohol inks. So I need you. Yes, I do have to buy the metal part of the stopper. Well, I got to buy all this stuff. But I do have to buy the metal part of the stopper. Just like I have to buy the metal findings, right, for the pendants. And when I sell the pendants, I generally sell them usually with a like a black cord necklace with a silver fastening. All of this stuff has to be bought. I will tell you, resin is an amazing. It's amazing to work with. The things you can do. It's almost unlimited as long as you can find. As long as you can find a mold, you can pretty much make it. I've seen almost everything made. I've seen almost everything made with resin. I've seen Kleenex holders and soap dispensers, candle holders, key rings. I'm going to do some key rings for the live sale with people's initials. Show you. You can see. So I'll do some of these for the live sale. But it is not an inexpensive hobby by any means, okay? Not only is the resin itself expensive, and the molds are relatively expensive, and I'm going to tell you this, you're going to ruin molds when you first start. You just are. You're going to ruin them. I wasn't trained in resin before I decided that I wanted to do it. And I will tell you that my education has not been cheap. It has not been cheap at all. I've certainly paid to learn with resin, and thousands of ruined molds, either by not paying attention when I'm mixing, when I'm grabbing the resin, right? Remember how I told you that the resin is in two parts, part A, part B? You think that would be simple to keep straight? Not always. It's really easy to get distracted in the studio. And many times I've poured two parts of part A instead of part A, an equal part of part A and part B. Guess what? It never cures. Guess what? You can't get it out of your mold because you don't want to rinse it over your sink. Claire says you could make a design like the tic-tac-toe board with funeral ashes. Yeah, people, I've never seen them do it with a tic-tac-toe, right? But certainly pendants, all kinds of things I've seen made with ashes. people also make the ring holders and coasters and things like that with people's wedding flowers. Those are very expensive. Very expensive. I saw on Etsy where somebody was doing coasters, right? One coaster, resin, $25. And of course, you have to send the lady your flowers. If she doesn't have your wedding flowers, you got to send them to her. $25 for one coaster. Obviously, I'm not making anything with anybody's wedding flowers in it for the live sale and selling them, but my things are going to be much more friendly. Okay. My prices will be much more friendly. So we almost have this where we want it. So I saw some suggestions for colors. Sarah likes green, and but Mary Lou likes blue and yellow. Anybody else? Anybody else? Maybe we will do these first. Okay. Get this over here. Okay. Around. Maybe I can get the old gimbal just a little bit closer. I can see I've already got resin on the bottom of the gimbal. That's another thing. When and if you ever want to do resin as a hobby or for business, he's going to spend an incredible amount of money on gloves, icy purple alcohol, containers, right? Containers to pour, sticks to pour. Oh my gosh, you cannot live in your studio without wipes. You're gonna anything you have in your studio, don't fool yourself. It's gonna get covered in resin. Okay, it's going to get everything's going to get covered in resin. When the dogs used to be with me in my old studio, the dogs had resin poured on them a couple times. I didn't mean to. Wasn't trying to preserve them. It's just what happened. Okay, now, Mary Lou, you said you like blue and yellow. What kind of blue are you thinking about? We have a yellow here because there's all kinds of navy. You can do the turquoise. Upside down. Up. Here's what we're going to do. An ocean. Well, that would kind of be more of a turquoise. So let's see. How about do this? Okay. Back to the yellow. Right? I've got yellow. And I've got an avocado. And I've got a forget-me-not. And let's just see what happens. And we put those together. Okay. So we're going to try these coasters first. I hope these colors turn out good. Alrighty, here we go. This is our alcohol ink. I'm gonna put that in there. That's the green. Okay, I try not to overthink things too much. Here comes the yellow. Okay, let's see what happens. Try to do this. Now, watch what that resin does. It's going to start working on its own. You see that? Now, a couple things that we can do. Can always add in a little more color. I personally think this one could use a little more blue. Right? Okay. Maybe a little more yellow. Where's my yellow? Seems to have a lot of green in there. Now, let's see what happens when we pour a little more resin. Now, one thing, yes, yes, now, absolutely can. So, want to let the resin just sit there for just a second. Okay, kind of let it do a little bit what it can do. Can also manipulate the resin just a little bit using your little heat gun. It also helps to get any air bubbles out. So honestly, I love it when there's air bubbles in something. I just think it makes it really cool. Push the resin around with heat gun. Okay. And then also take your stick. You can go. Should we go circular or should we just go kind of zigzag? Let's see. Oh, look at that. Now, those are turning out quite a bit more green than I thought they would. So maybe, should we leave them as is or should we add in a little bit of turquoise? You can see some little air bubbles kind of starting to come up. Pop them. white, white, some of that off the edge. It'll stain your molds. I've showed you some molds that I have that are stained, but it's not going to affect your next project. Okay, so don't worry about that. It's just your mold's not going to be all that pretty afterwards. Okay, we have to add a little more resin, so that's why I'm asking if you think we should add anything else. But let's go ahead and just what's funny is, Mary Lou, is it's really turned out to be more green with the yellow, right? And really you wanted blue with the yellow. So you just sometimes never know what you're going to get with your resin. Kind of lighten it up a little bit. And also, let me tell you this, one side is always going to be different than the other. Always, always, always. Okay, looks like we're about full. What do you think? I think we should give it another swirl. There seems to be a lot of green on the outside. So we're gonna another. Green really looks like it wants to stay on the outside, doesn't it? These didn't turn out to be yellow and blue at all. They turned out to become a really beautiful emerald green. Isn't that funny? Well, it shouldn't be too surprised. That's what you get when you mix yellow and blue. So that tells me that the yellow that I used was the blue was much more dominant. Let's just put it that way. The yellow didn't have enough gumption to stand up to. Okay, right here. Mine is too, Mary Lou. Mine is too. All right, and we're gonna take off the heat gun. And well, no, you can't really control the outcome, Neil. There's different things you can do to manipulate it for sure. I'm not much into manipulating the outcome. I'll tell you another thing that we do for the bubbles. We spray some icy purple alcohol on there. So these will not be ready to demold until tomorrow. And then they'll probably still need some cure time after that. Okay. Let's take a look. Off my hair. Let me take these off. Go through a lot of gloves in the studio, I'll tell you that. So that you can get a look at how those are turning out. What do you think about that? Interesting, isn't it? And tomorrow it'll be a whole different game. Tomorrow it'll be even more different. All right, let's turn this I don't know. What do you guys think? You think the live sale is going to be pretty exciting? Have some of this stuff and more. And more stuff. Can objects or just, yeah, absolutely, Neil, they can. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be, well, I've already showed you some of the ring holders that have dried flowers in them, right? Could a design be drawn into the resin? So that would be a bit difficult. That would be a bit difficult, and I'll tell you why. Because the resin, it's like it's alive and it's moving. So I have incorporated, remember I told you I have incorporated book pages from books into checkerboards. That's different. That's different. Okay. A design would be hard because the resin's going to move. Let me get another pair of gloves on. Neil says, does anything affect the setting like Jello and fresh pineapple? Yeah, definitely. You can, listen, adding too much mica powder or dye or glitter, you can offset the chemical reaction, and you can cause your resin to never, ever, ever set. But people have put, oh, my hands are really wet. It's hard to get these gloves on. People have put sea salt. Matter of fact, I have a pack of sea salt in here that I've been thinking about playing with because I've seen some really interesting results. Maybe we'll put some sea salt in some of the ring holders and see what happens, huh? Why not? Why not? Okay, what color next? What color next? Here we go. So why don't we do a couple of the bottle stoppers? I'll take a little bit. Sea salt, yeah, I have seen that. No, it's not gonna burn if it's on your leg, but I did spill some on myself and the floor and everywhere the other day. And it's a bummer to get off, man. It's a bummer to get off. It's not hot. It's not hot right now. Okay. So I'm going to put a little bit in each one. Okay. And then what color should we do? Now this is starting to get warm. It's starting to get, it's warm. It's not hot to the touch, but it's warm, which tells me that we got to get cracking, okay? Because it's chemical reaction setting in. Oh, Neil, that's horrible. I'm sorry about that. It won't burn you, but it is such a bummer to get off. Such a bummer. Okay, well, we're going to try some sea salt in these. And what colors do you think? How about a turquoise? Yeah, okay, let's try this turquoise. Oh, red, yes. Well, Sarah, if you've ever been to my cooking tours, you know red's my jam. In my kitchen, anyway. Can you see that in there? So that's kind of one of these colors. Where would I just put that? And let's see, for Miss Sarah, why don't we do one in a cherry? I don't know how this is going to turn out, you guys. I've been wanting to do a nice cherry red here. Okay. That. And how about green for the green folks? Let's see. We got a nice, kind of a nice citrusy lime, light color green. All righty. Which I imagine is gonna turn out. Now, how about take this? Yeah, we're gonna get it out of your way. Oh, it's getting warm, 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 warm. Let's put some of that sea salt in. I don't know what it's going to turn out. Okay, I don't know. Let's see. Pour that in there. Oh, do you see what that's doing there? Let's see. Let's put a little more right in there. Oh boy, that's interesting. Let's drop that. See what it's doing? Hard for me to show you. Can you see what it's doing in there? Interesting. Oh, where'd I go? Where'd I go? Where'd I go? I'm so worried about not getting anything on this gimbal. All right, and lime. It's going to be interesting to see what that does when I demold it tomorrow. And you guys will get to see it, I guess. Where's my green? More time to play? A little bit. Let me tell you something, Neil. I'm pushing the envelope. I'm pushing the envelope because this resin's getting hot, which means I'm not going to be able to work with it much longer. Not at all. Okay. We will see. Remember, again, I want to get it just up. I got to leave a little bit of room for when we put the wine stoppers in. As a matter of fact, we'll bring some of those over so you can see what I'm going to have to do. It looks like someone has been very poorly. What do you mean? Lethargy. Oh boy. These are some really pretty colors in there. Well, hi, Quinn. Welcome. Well, we've been playing around. We just did some bottle stoppers with sea salt in them. And, uh-oh. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, are you there? Yeah, it was an accident now. So, it didn't give me any, are you back? Am I back? Can you see me? Joyce says, praise the Lord. I hope you're not saying praise the Lord because you're happy that you thought it ended, Joyce. Okay. So we're gonna work fast. I'm back. It didn't give me any anyways, didn't give me any warning. I want to show you some of these. Look at these. These are some of the bottle stoppers, right? That have to have the I'm back. That have to have the stoppers put on them today, okay? How cool are they? So that'll be really interesting. Just see what they turn out like. And then because we gotta work fast, look what's happening. Remember what I told you about losing time? Uh-oh. Cannot get this out of here. Oh boy. It is hot. Look at that. Look at that. That cured while we were messing around. Did you see that? That cured while we were messing around, you guys. So, woo, and it's warm. My birthday was good. It was nice and quiet, just the way I like it. Okay, we're going to add this. Thank you for asking. We're going to add this. Are you guys going to be excited to come to the live sale and see? I'm going to push some of that off of there. Oh, you guys, it's curing. It is curing. And now I might have to take it back because this is actually pretty hot. Remember I said I didn't think it would burn you? This is what it's telling us. We've been at it an hour, and it's telling us that this is it. Yeah, they are being mischievous. So, I'm sorry, but next time, I think. Oh, see. Oh, I know what's going on. I know what's going on. The camera's overheating in the gimbal. I know what's going on now. When the gimbal just went sideways, I knew what happened. That's when it told me. Unfortunately, the phone doesn't tell me when it's overheating. But now I understand what the problem was. Sorry. Okay. Now, we did some interesting stuff, though. Yeah, the phone got too hot. As soon as the gimbal just went sideways like that, Then I understood. It's not too hot, but don't have the fan blowing in here today because it would have just been really loud. And the gimbal just got too hot. Look at that. Sarah, that's a red ring holder with some sea salt in it. We'll see what that does. And then we've got our other. So next time, I think what I'll do, absolutely, we can do it again. Look at those coasters. Look at those coasters. Yeah, absolutely, we can do it again. We're going to have to work faster now that it's getting warmer. It's about 85 today here. And so since I can't have the fan going when I'm live, we're just going to have to work a lot faster. Maybe just pick one project next time. Huh? How about that? Maybe just wine stoppers, or maybe just coasters. We didn't even get to the jewelry. But that's okay. You guys had a great time. Are you excited to see how this stuff turns out? And we absolutely can do it again. And next time I'll just pick one. I'll just pick one project for us to do. And like I said, however anything turns out, it'll be on the live sale, okay? These coasters from yesterday and all the ring holders or weapons. And I've got all these. I've got some of these pendants. Where's my camera? Some of these pendants that I've got to fix up. Look at this one. I think this one's really pretty. Where's my camera? Where's my camera? And these earrings are fun. Yeah, I'm glad you guys all had a good time. It's been a long time since we've been in the thanks, Quinn. It's been a long time since we've been in the studio together. So, but I think I'm gonna try next time is maybe well, I have this thing that attaches attached to the table, and it's kind of like a snake. It's got some kind of coil in it, and then I can kind of angle it where we want instead of the gimbal, and maybe the phone won't get as hot on that. So I could try that. I could try the webcam, but it's gonna be really hard to angle with the laptop, and I just don't have a lot of room for that when we're working, right? But listen, thanks for coming, right? It is magical, and look at all this stuff. Are you guys all gonna come to the sale and see how everything turned out? And it'll be next month, probably mid-month. You guys think mid-month? You guys think mid-month or the beginning of mid-June or the beginning of July? What do you guys think? People do use cameras in high heat now, and I've done it when I'm out and about doing a tour, right? But it's the combination of the camera with the gimbal is what makes it overheat. And you can listen, as guides, we take fans, we take like blue ice. We take those kind of things with us, and we'll take our phone off of our gimbals and lay it on some blue ice, right? To help the phone from not overheating. But I'll just, since I can't have the fans going in here because it would just be too loud for a tour, I'll just see what I can work out, okay? It's kind of the best I can do because just gonna start entering that hot spot. But okay, so Mary Lou says the beginning of July would be good for the live sale. Anybody else? Matter of fact, I'm hot too. I need to sip a great tea. And we can probably do another one of these if you guys are interested in it. If I don't do the live sale till July, then we can do another one of these somewhere in mid-June. Would you guys like that? And what should we concentrate on? Since now you see we really got to work fast with it. Right? Tell me what project you'd like to do. The paints in the resin. Oh, Joyce, are you saying that you'd like to see, so today we did a lot with the alcohol ink, right? Are you saying that you would like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, good thing. Hold on. I just knocked that into the coaster, but thank goodness the resin was still forgiving. So it bounced right back up. Joyce, are you saying that you'd like to see more stuff with the mica powder versus the alcohol ink? Are you saying that maybe you'd like to see some of that? Maybe Luz has some jewelry. Yeah, jewelry's fun. Oh, those pens are intense. That's gonna have to be a project where I did do a pen tour. Actually, when I was on Hago, I did a Harry Potter pen tour. That's a process. So that's going to be one where we come in and we pour, but I'm going to already have some that I poured before. Because then we got to drill the little hole for the charm and do all that. But we can do that. And oh my goodness, I'm really trying not to touch my phone too much because I got resin on my hand. And then I also do the bookmarks. So like this is an Alice in Wonderland one. You can see it's got the clock charm. It's got the Alice in Wonderland pages in it. This is a Harry Potter bookmark with, you see the Harry Potter charm. Do I work with chocolate too? I used to decorate cakes. I did. I used to do that for fun, and it was fun. So yeah, there was some chocolate there. So, and now I just did a chocolate cream pie tour, don't you know? Okay. And maybe sometime we'll do like the Harry Potter magnets. I already showed you the other magnets, but listen, we'll have fun no matter what we do. So Joyce, were you talking about, I really have resin on my hands and now my phone. Joyce, were you talking that you'd like to more see the mica powder? Is that what you were maybe saying? Some mica powder jewelry. I've done that before. All right, well, whatever it is, we're gonna have fun. Chocolate jewelry. Well, it wouldn't last long with Ronnie around, that's for sure. Okay, this is it, guys. We gotta go. Thank you for helping me create. I hope it was interesting. Yes, Sarah, Alice in Wonderland. I do the pens with the book pages and the bookmarks. And okay, we'll see what we will see. Oh, Sarah, you saying you want to see Alice in Wonderland pens made? I think we could work that out. And I'm interested to see what this sea salt's gonna do in there. The chocolate, yeah. Well, I don't have chocolate rings in here, but I do have ring pops. Do you guys remember ring pops? I have a whole jar of them in here. Kind of when you're working with resin, it's kind of the only kind of snack you could have because it's right on your hand and you just go at it. Okay, everybody, thanks for coming. I will see you next time. Sorry about the stuff overheating. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on that for you for next time. Okay, bye, everybody. Thank you.